being here today. My name is Tegan. I am a designer and tech editor, and I like to make crafty videos here at Fits and Lola. If you happen to like my video and the content that I make sure that you like, comment or subscribe to my YouTube channel, or give me a follow on Instagram for more creative crafty content and also pattern releases. Today it is the start of spring here in Australia, and that means that our plants that we have been hoarding throughout this lockdown are now starting to open up and flower for us. So the least we can do is give them a nice pot for them to sit into. So grab a ribbon yarn or t-shirt yarn, a 9mm hook and your favourite plant, and let's get making one of these. Here's one I prepared earlier. There's also probably another 4 of them. I've been smashing them out. This one was made using Fast Track by Lime brand, and that is ribbon yarn using a 9mm hook. You can also use Paintbox Yarn's ribbon yarn, or also hobby ribbon as well. Any t-shirt yarn will do perfectly fine, as long as it's cotton so that it's breathable. Your plant will be happy as Larry and will look so beautiful in one of those. Alright, let's begin. Alrighty, so we're going to start with some Lime brand Fast Track and a 9mm hook for my filleted gherkin. So, let's try this end. Alright, so this is a ribbon yarn. It actually does call for a 9mm. You don't have to do the exact hook. Do whatever you like. Literally do whatever you like. Alright, so first we're going to start with a magic loop. So for me, I just use my 2 fingers, pop it over, under, and across, and I just hold it in between here with my hook. Go through, turn and grab, pull it out, go around, and then you see how it's come through. You're going to go back through here. A little bit difficult if you're a beginner, and I definitely recommend looking up other videos that make more sense. Okay, so in the magic loop, we're not going to start with a chain or anything, but we're just going to put 6 single crochets. So 1, 2, get in there, Lewis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then pull that. Doesn't have to be tight, but just enough so that you can form the circle and just count. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. So in the first one, we're going to just do a slip stitch and join the round. And get a lot more yarn because we're going to be doing a lot more stitches. And slip stitch to join. Okay, so now we're going to start increasing. So we're going to do a chain 1. Now, don't worry about this stitch, but we are going to work into this one. So this one kind of doesn't count. So we're going to go 2 single crochet into the next stitch, and then 2 single crochet into the following stitch, and we're pretty much going to do 2 single crochet into every stitch around, so you get 12. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then that's what it should look like. So 11 and 12. Alright, and then same thing again, we're going to slip stitch, so not into the chain but into the first stitch here. So slip stitch to join. It should look like that. Chain 1. Now we're going to increase, but we're going to change the increase. It's not going to be 2 single crochet into every stitch. We're actually going to do 1 single crochet and then 2 single crochet into the stitch. So let's start from there. So remember, we don't go into here, we're going to the second, into the next stitch. So 1 single crochet and then 2 single crochet. 1, 2. All right, so we're going to continue with those 3 stitches. So that's 1 single crochet and then 2 single crochet. Now essentially what we're doing here is we started with 6, we increased to 12, and now we're going to increase to 18. So every single increase round should add 6 stitches into your round, just so you know where you're at as you're going along. So we've got 6 there, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then 16, 17, 18, and then we're going to join, so not in the chain 1 but into the first stitch, slip stitch, and then that's your round. Alright, so I'm going to continue until we have, I think we're going to need 2 more rounds to fit this particular pot. So we'll do 1 more together, and it should now be single crochet, 2 single crochet. So we should have 4, and we should end with 24 stitches. So single crochet, single crochet, roll yarn, single crochet, and then 2 single crochet, then single crochet, 2 single crochet. And then 23, 24, slip stitch into the first stitch. Now as you can see, that is not big enough, so we need 1 more round there, and I reckon that'll be perfect. So we've done 2 single crochet and 2 1 single crochets and 2 single crochet. That makes no sense right now. We're now going to move to 3 of the 1 single crochet to continue the sequence. So chain 1, remember not in here, go into the next stitch. So 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, 3 single crochet, and then we increase with the 2. So 1, 2. So this one's in 5, so it makes it a lot easier to count, and you really should end up with 30 stitches. So 6, 7, 29, 30, and then slip it a stitch. Now, if I pop this on now, so you might not be able to see, but pretty much there will be a lip around the outside. I'll take a photo of it so you can see. But there should be a lip around the outside that should line up with here, which is why you can't see it. If I tilt that a little bit, yeah, it's very hard to see, sorry. But essentially this will fit perfectly. Okay, now that we've finished our base and that fits the pot plan, what we're going to now do is work up the wall or the side of your pot plant cover / sleeve. So what we're going to do is we're going to chain 1. Now this side will be the bottom, so when you look into it, that will be the inside. And we're just going to turn it towards us so that we can start working into the V's along the side of it. And all we're going to do is do a single crochet into the back loop of that V. So just into here, single crochet. There's no increasing or decreasing, we're just going to do 1 single crochet into the back loop of each V for every stitch. Now I've got 30, so I'll be doing 30. Alright, so we're coming up to the last 2 stitches. So there, so you don't need to go into this last one because that is where your chain came from. And then we're just going to slip stitch into the first stitch. And you can see that that's starting to form. So you can just pull this a bit tight as well. If you wish, you can do it at the end anyway. So, all right, so now the fun part, we're going to chain 1. Then we're going to skip this post here and we're going to go into the second one, but we're not going to go into the stitch, we're actually going to go under it. So we're going to go single crochet but under the entire stitch, so pull it up. So you've got this nice big long line and crochet. And then we're going to single crochet into the stitch next to it. So just a standard single crochet. And then we're going to skip that post and go into the next stitch because that's technically the next stitch. And we're going to go through and under. Pull up a loop, pull through. So it's just a single crochet but you're going around it. Normal single crochet, and I'll show you one more time. So through, pull up a loop, and pull through. You can kind of see, if you look closely, you've got those lines, and what will happen is when we go into the next one, we'll wrap around that one and then wrap around the next one, and it'll just be a continuous. So I'll finish this row so that I can take you to the next row where it will actually start to show you what it will actually look like. If you're ever unsure if you're going into the next stitch or not, just look where you put this big one. It's not going to go in this one, it's going to go into that one. Once you do a few rounds, you'll be like, this is the best stitch ever. Because I was like, this is the best stitch ever. Don't stress too much if your ribbon yarn is folding, it's not the end of the world, you still get the same look regardless. Okay, so as you can see, there is nothing for me to wrap around, and this is my starting chain. So what we'll do is, you should always finish your row on a single crochet. You're then going to go all the way over here. So don't worry about this, it'll hide. So go all the way into your first stitch, pull up a loop and slip stitch, and then chain 1, and then we're going to not worry about this first stitch, but we're going to do that nice big underneath through there. Pull through, and then you've got a stitch here to do a normal single crochet. And as you can see, like, you know which ones to go into because they don't have anything around it. Does that kind of make sense? So in the next one, so underneath, so through, single crochet, normal single crochet, skip, go under, single crochet, and continue that all the way around. I'll meet you at the end of the row. Okay, so we're coming to the end of the row, so underneath, normal, underneath, and then normal. If you wish to put a stitch marker in the chain one of each row so you know where you're going, that is perfectly fine. You can do this however you like. I can just recognize it by looking at it. That's because I've been smashing them out all week. So into that first stitch, slip stitch, chain one. Now you can kind of start to see where this is going. Don't worry about this base, it's going to be underneath. That's probably going to be at the back of your plant, pot plant, and it's going to look amazing regardless. So do not stress about the way that it looks. It will eventually relax. It will form around your plant pot. It'll be amazing. So I'm going to keep going. Pretty much what you've got to do is just keep going until you reach the lip and maybe a little bit over, so that when you're looking at the plant from the side you don't see any of the pot plant. And I will meet you back at the end to show you how to finish off this masterpiece. Me again, I just wanted to stop and actually show you how this is coming along, just so that you know of what it should look like as you're making. You will start to get a slip stitch line here, but to be honest, like, you barely notice it. But that would be the front of what it would look like, and I just absolutely love how they just kind of, yeah, it just creates this beautiful kind of a almost like a bobble effect. Anyway, I'm going to keep going, but just to I'm just doing this to show you, to make you feel sure of yourself that yes, what you are doing is correct, and yes, this is what it's supposed to look like. All right, I'll see you at the end. Okay, so I'm on the very, very last stitch. So I've just done the one that goes, the stitch that goes under, and I'm just going to pull that out for a little bit, and we're going to grab the pot plant and pop it in. See, we might just need to push it down a little bit. So as you can see, I probably need maybe another row, maybe two. Let's just do one more and check it again. Alrighty, so get to the last one that goes through like that, pull. It does get a little bit of stretch in this too, so it's not too bad. You know what? You may stop there if you wish. I'm going to go one more because I feel like I could do one more. It's just falling down. And like, this particular plant is going in the bathroom on the bench, so you should be able to see the top of it, whereas cat fur. Here's one more row. Might just cover that up a little bit, and if you really, really wanted to, you can bend it in. But let's do one more. I promise you can stop wherever you want with these. Alrighty, we are on the very last row. So on the last one that goes through, pull. Be 100% happy with your make. Oh, yes. I feel that is heaps better. Like, that covers it nicely. I feel like it's hidden. It's gonna look good. All right, so pull it out. To finish off, so what you would normally do is put your single crochet in here. You're actually going to do a slip stitch and then one more slip stitch where you would put the last slip stitch. So you've got 2 slip stitches at the end, and that should just make it as flat as possible. Now I'm going to chain 1. I left my scissors in the other room. Hold tight. I have returned. Alright, so leave a little bit of a tail, snippety snip, pull that and tighten. Now, if you are a normal crafter, you are more than welcome to weave in that end and also the one at the bottom. I am a lazy crafter and we'll pick this up and put it straight in and just tuck it in at the back and no one will ever know. It is entirely up to you how you want to finish this off. Look, ideally weave it in, but if you're lazy like me, it really doesn't matter. Who cares when you've got an amazing pot plant holder now? Like, yeah. So now that you've made one, why not make a lot more? Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed that video and I hope that you get to make your own. If you do, please make sure that you pop them on Instagram and give me a tag at FitsandLola. I want to say everything. I really do. If you really enjoyed this content and this video, make sure that you like, comment or subscribe to my YouTube channel. And don't forget to pop on over to Instagram and give us a hey. Alright, I hope you have an amazing day and happy crafting. See ya!